Okay, for this project, we're going to make a little pen tip like you have on a old ink pen. And as you can see, I've kind of got my logo here. I've used text to make my band name look kind of stylish. But what I want to do is add something like an object like this, kind of a symbol to represent. So it's not just text, give a little bit of artistic flair. So, um, obviously I've been practicing and I'm going to build it for you now. And you can follow along. So we open up a new file and it looks like this. I don't particularly like the checkerboard thing. I kind of think it's distracting. I'm sure there's some people who really like it, but I've seen a lot of tutorials where they take it away. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to Document Setup and you click this, Simulate Colored Paper. And then here's the two colors it's going by. We're just going to change that to white and then change that one to white as well. And now you've got a nice clean background. So, building something like what I'm trying to build, there's many ways to go about it, of course, but I think what seems to work for me so far is to think of it in parts. So what I'm going to do is draw a rectangle and I'm going to center it. You can see the center line right here. This is the alignment panel. And if I hit this, it'll scoot it over. And I can also give it a color. This right here is the fill. Here's the outline. In fact, I do want to see the outline a little thicker. So there it is now. I'm going to go with this color. And I think I want to make this not quite so wide. Let's go with some nice round numbers like 50 and 250. Okay. And there's going to be a couple of these. So I'm going to hold Alt while it's selected and just drag out another one. Okay. Then, let's see. I think I'll do another shape like this. And then another one like similar to that, maybe longer. And then I got to do this part in here. So back to this now. If you zoom in, you hit Z, you can zoom in. And then hit V, you'll get that tool back. It shows here a way to round the corners. And I think I'm going to go with about 10, somewhere close to 10. If you hit Control 1, it'll zoom back out. And I might even just delete that. And now, so that they're identical, I'll just drag out a new copy. Okay, so now what I need to do here. One thing I can do is use this tool to select a corner and drag it in. You got to click on it once, otherwise it'll move the whole thing. So click on the anchor, let go, and then drag. Okay, so now it's probably safe to drag this up till it says intersect. Or it says intersect, then it means it's touching. Then I'll drag this one up also till it says intersect. Oop, there we go. And let's use the arc tool here. So I'm going to click here and come down. And if you hit the down arrow tool, or excuse me, the down arrow, you'll see the curve it's making. Let's see, how am I going to do this? I guess one way to do it would be just to go partial, like halfway, and then I could finish it off And now it's trying to curve that way, so I'll go up arrow until it looks like it's going the other way. Okay, so then I'm going to need to copy these. So I'm just going to drag a rectangle around to select both of them. Hold Alt and drag out a copy. And while it's still selected, right click and say Transform Reflect. And just say OK. You don't want to copy, you just want OK. So there's that. Now it doesn't look like it's scooted in quite as far as the other one. So I'm going to just nudge it with the arrow tool, the arrow keys, left and right. Okay, so now I'm going to want to, I'm not sure how to go about filling this area here. It's not really a paint bucket tool as far as I know. Maybe there is. Anyways, you can do a circle and then hit the center and kind of arrow key up and down. And then I'm going to use the rectangle tool again, whoops, to drag a long space in the middle. And I want to center that as well. So there. And now I really want to start joining these parts. So here's a really important tool. Use the shape builder. And you have to have it stuff selected. So I can hit Control A and that'll select everything. And now as you see, while you mouse over, oh good, this is being counted as a region. So this should be really easy. I'm just going to drag a line and you're basically telling the program what you want to be joined together. And then as you mouse over these regions, if you hold Alt, you'll see that that turns to a minus sign. That will allow you to delete. Stuff. Get rid of everything that we want to get rid of. Not sure why that's not going away. But there we go. I want to get rid of this too. There. So now I'm going to use this tool because it looks to me like this should be flared out a little bit more. Uh-oh. I need that to be joined together with that one. Looks like the same thing's happening over there. Okay, knowing that there's probably two anchor points right there real close together, I just drug a rectangle around the whole thing, and then that enabled me to manipulate it. So I'm thinking I probably want to bring this up a bit. So I'm going to select those points and I'm going to hold Shift because that will ensure that everything moves directly up. Now I'm going to select all these and do the same thing, just to kind of move them up. Yeah, that looks much better. And yeah, there you go.